Welcome, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. It is good morning here, so good morning for me. Welcome to day 78 of the tip of the day. Today, I actually wanted to read a little bit of, we are back to reading my Bible on limiting beliefs, which is the book by Jane Roberts called The Nature of Personal Reality, Specific Practical Techniques for Solving Everyday Problems and Enriching the Life You Know. Jane Roberts, notes by Robert F. Butts. This is the book. It looks upside down, I think. It looks upside down to me. This is the book. So I'm going to read from chapter 5, and let me start with what I wanted to read. Here we go. This is page 84 in my edition. So he says, right at the top of the page, he says, beliefs are thoughts reinforced by imagination and emotion concerning the nature of your reality. Now, thoughts in general possess an electromagnetic reality, but whether you know it or not, they also have an inner sound value. So make sure that you actually focus on this word that, yeah, thoughts have an electromagnetic quality, but they also have an inner sound value. You know the importance of exterior sound. It is used as a method of communication, but it is also a byproduct of many other events, and it affects the physical atmosphere. Now, the same is true about what I call inner sound, the sound of your thoughts within your own head. I'm not speaking here of body noises, though you are usually oblivious to these also. Inner sounds have an even greater effect than exterior ones upon your body. They affect the atoms and molecules that compose your cells. In many respects, it is true to say that you speak your body, but the speaking is interior. The same kind of sound built the pyramids, and it was not sound that you would hear with your physical ears. Such inner sound forms your bone and flesh. The sound exists connected with, but quite apart from the mental words you use in thinking. So down at the bottom, he says, it does not matter in which language you're addressing yourself, for example, the sound is formed by your intent. And the same intent, I'm putting this simply now, you will have the same sound effect upon the body, regardless of the words used. But usually you think in your own language, and so in quite practical terms, the words and the intent merge. For all practical purposes, then the two are one. When you say, I am tired, mentally, you are not only giving silent messages to yourself. I say messages rather than message because the general statement is broken down. Many portions of the body may be affected before you feel tired. But beside this, the inner sound value of the messages automatically affects the body in just that way. What should you do then if you find yourself feeling tired? This is your conscious assessment of your body's reality at a given time. Sorry about that. You want to change it so you do not reinforce it. Instead, you say mentally that the body can now begin to rest and refresh itself. You take your initial judgment for granted, then without restating it, and instead suggest the remedy be carried out positively. So I don't know what's going on with my throat today. Fifth chakra issues. Here he says, if you find yourself feeling tired, instead of saying, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, it is better to say your body can now begin to rest and refresh itself. How incredible is that? That you can take the same statement and actually change it into a very positive statement. It's like incredibly amazing. So that's how we end up programming ourselves. Like, as kids, maybe our parents said, oh, you're never, like my mother always said, you're never ever going to be able to sing. You sing in such a horrible voice or out of tune. She was a great singer. So I mean, that was kind of valid. I really don't know how to sing, but there's negative programming that the parents put us in. And then we look at the inner sound. What I loved in this passage is the fact that he differentiates between intent, that there's we may have a thought, we may not even realize that we have the thought, but there is an intent behind what that formation is, that we may be programming ourselves through that intent, like saying, I'm tired, I'm always sickly, I'm always I'm lazy, I can't ever keep things clean, I don't know how to clean, I don't think I'm going to be able to succeed outside in the world. Why do I have to go ever work? I don't think I'm going to be successful at this job. I don't think I'm going to be able to take something new up, right? So in another, like talking about words and how words can, the intent behind the word can change it from having a negative impact on us to a positive impact. I was reading this book, audiobook of Jim Quick, his book Limitless. And in that book, Jim Quick, the same way, he says, instead of saying, I've got to go to the gym, I've got to go take care of the kids, you change that got to get. So say, I get to go to the gym, I get to take care of my kids, I get to spend time with my kids, I get to do this beautiful work, right? And that got to get immediately should. God is somewhere in the future. I may get to it, I may not get to it. I got to do that, right? So it gets procrastinated. But if you say, I get to the gym, and so the procrastination stops, right? So I want y'all to actually focus, like learning about this passage, that there is an intent, that there's the thought itself has electromagnetic frequency. So it's a vibration, right? Thoughts have vibrational frequency the same way as emotions. So when you're vibrating with that thought, what is the inner content of your thought? What is the actual content within your thought? That you may be saying, again, we'll go back to the every day in every way we'll get better and better. Every day in every way I'm getting better and better. And you're not getting better and better because internally you're feeling, oh, I'm dumb, I'm useless, I cannot do this. So one of the things I loved after attending Dr. Joe Dispenza's week-long event is he keeps us, for the 7 days, he keeps us in the unknown. So you never know when like you may say, right? Like most people publish an agenda, like before you go to a conference or a workshop, you already know at 8 o'clock, you're going to do this, 9 o'clock, you're going to do this. At a Dr. Joe Dispenza event, don't expect anything. Like, don't expect that you will start at 8, start at 9, or you'll have breakfast at 9 a.m., or you're going to have lunch at 12 p.m. Nothing of that sort. Whenever he ends is when we have breakfast. Whenever he starts, whenever he ends the afternoon session is when we have lunch. I remember there was one meditation Thursday morning, I think we did it from 4 a.m. in the morning. So we were there by 3:30 in the morning. Like I had to commute. So I was there at the venue. So woke up at 1 in the morning, showered, got ready, 1 o'clock in the morning, got showered and ready by 2:30, drove to the venue, and got there by before 3:30, and then you go use the restroom, find your spot where you need to start your meditation. And then that day we went for 4 hours. It was 3 hours 45 minutes. I think we finished at 8:45 or 8:47 a.m. So we went from 4 a.m. till 8. So it was actually 4 hours, 47 minutes. So that's how, and you're not going to say, oh, my stomach is hungry, or I need coffee, or I need water. And you can keep a bottle of water there if you want to sip a bottle of water, but I need to go to the restroom. Once you leave the ballroom, you cannot come back in. So like once the meditation starts, they lock the doors to the ballroom, and you cannot leave. You can leave if you're, I mean, if your stomach is upset or something, you can leave, but then you cannot come back in. But they have the meditation playing outside, so you can do the meditation outside, but now you've broken your trance anyway, right? So what I feel is that being in the unknown kind of like is a really good practice, because all these limiting beliefs of, oh, I don't think I can do this ever in my life. Oh, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Am I going to be able to pay my bills? The financial worries that our parents have programmed us, the sub-programming that runs. I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford this, or I don't know, all that. If we get into the habit of always dwelling in the unknown, that it's okay, right? It's okay to be in the unknown. And those 7 days have programmed us that we are okay with being in the unknown. And that programming kind of like, no matter what happens, right? You have a job, don't have a job, you have some sudden bill comes through, you don't know how it's going to be paid, but you leave it. You trust that the universe is, if it provided you a bill, then it's going to provide you with a solution to pay the bill as well. So the tip today is listen to the inner sound value of your thoughts. Go deep within your psyche. And that's why meditation for a few hours a day, or take a Saturday or Sunday and just sit with your thoughts and see what your inner programming is. Oh, I can't do this. I cannot actually apply for this job. Talking about not being able to apply for a job, I just wanted to let y'all know, in 2022, last year, February, I was offered a job in a new position that I've never done before. My background is in IT, and I took up a job in what is called risk and security. Y'all can see it in my LinkedIn profile. It was entirely new, like learning new things, learning about security, learning about vulnerability management, learning about what is third-party risk. All these topics, right? I was never exposed to these topics, but I had a trust because of Eckhart's teachings, and I had started doing Dr. Joe's meditations. I had a trust, and in October, furthermore, right, be in the unknown. And sure enough, in January, my manager said, "Oh, can you do these 3 more things? Can you take this up?" It was like related to privacy. It was related to security, the vulnerability management. And I just took it up. And you have to trust the universe that you have the knowledge provided to you, the skill set provided. Your skill set is going to improve by learning new things. So always trust that the universe is always moving you in the right direction. So I've been successful, and I've been working there for the past more than a year and a half, or a year and a few months, but totally new position. Like if I had that limiting belief that, oh my God, how am I going to do something that's totally different, I wouldn't have been able to take it up. So tip number 1 is listen to the inner sound value of your thoughts. and I'll read some more from this chapter, because I do see there are a lot of insights in this chapter, which is chapter 5 of Nature of Personal Reality. Learn more and more about your inner sound value of your thoughts. And the second thing is experience the unknown, stay in the unknown. The third tip was learn about how you're phrasing something. Like I got to go to the gym to I get to go to the gym. I'm tired to no, my body is getting ready for rest and rejuvenation, right? The moment you say my body is getting, I feel by just saying my body is getting ready for rest and rejuvenation itself will pump up your body, and you won't feel as tired as you think. So with that, those are the 3 tips, right? Inner sound value, dwell in the unknown, look at your programming, dwell in the unknown. And the third one is learn to phrase. If you're able to catch your thoughts, so some of these thoughts we don't even know, right, that they exist. So they may just surface up, bubble up at some point in time. Be watchful, use your presence to monitor your thoughts so that you're aware that, oh, now I have a thought that says, I'm too dumb to do this because my mother told me I can never, mother or father told me I'm too dumb, right? I can never do math, or I can never do, a lot of people have this programming, I can never do math, but can you do a minimal of math? Can you do a basic spreadsheet, right? Instead of saying, I can never do something. So with that, have a spectacular day. Many blessings, much love. Eternally grateful for all the support. Thank you so much. Bye. Much love. Bye.